Why the fuck are we talking about beans? You may say. Well, it wasn't me who did it first. The reason why I wanted to talk about this was because remember about a year and a half ago when everybody on the fucking internet was really super fucking pissed? Hold on, let me get this shit out of the way. Why is this? Hold on. Wait 1 second. That's not right. There we go. For some reason, there we go. Alright. Gotta adjust my camera here. Alright. Yeah, remember about a year and a half ago when the left was being criticized for caring about very minuscule, minor, pointless things like the Aunt Jemima label and the fucking label for Uncle Ben's rice. Very minor, minuscule things, wasting their time when there's so many better things to be focusing on. Yeah. Must have been a year and a half ago, otherwise how could people forget so quickly? People are fucking stupid. It's the long and the short of it. God, I'm nervous. Fuck me. Alright. My point... Hold on, there was a video I wanted to cover real quick. Nope. I'm gonna put this in the no-no square real quick. Oh. It's the... Okay, hold on 1 second. Still learning how to use this setup properly. Okay, if I put that there. Sweet. Okay. So, yeah. We all know what happened. The fucking president violating the emoluments clause once fucking again to promote a bean product. There's one particular video I wanted to find. I don't know why I'm having trouble finding it right now. Probably because I'm not even typing it in. There we go. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Should probably send a message to the surprise mystery guest we're going to have. Make sure that he's prepared to come on, because he's not going to be on for about an hour. I wanted to kind of warm myself up before we get it started. So yeah. Let's see. Load. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, computer.
And unfortunately, this great divide is killing our nation. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And this can be the destruction of our nation. We are at that point.
House divided.
Now, that was the president
just like Lincoln.
of Goya Foods. He was on this program with Ashley last week. He sparked controversy and a boycott when he praised President Trump. Well, now there is
fucking
a counter-push, a boycott, actually.
A boycott.
Back against the boycott. One supporter has started a GoFundMe page to buy Goya products. Casey Harper is the man who's doing it. And he's on the screen right now. Casey.
If we had done this shit, if we had just, like, in an act of solidarity with fucking, like, Aunt Jemima's syrup or Uncle Ben's rice, just, like, started, like, buying them in bulk and shit, do you think we'd be taken even remotely seriously? These people would immediately understand that the absurdity to be critical of corporations while simultaneously flinging money at corporations would just be absurd. Which I don't think that's a little bit of a contradiction, but it's not as much of a contradiction as they make it out to be. But here they go doing this exact same shit, not even like 2 weeks after that, and they don't even see the irony in it. But it gets worse. Hold on.
All right, let's get right at it. How much have you... Yeah, I think you've only been doing this a couple of days. How much have you raised?
Well, we started on...
Let me get myself out of my... I mean, you'll all need to see Stuart Varney's beautiful face. Ah, no, you don't. Never mind.
Saturday afternoon, and we're already up. I just refreshed. If you refresh every, few minutes, you'll see a different number, but we're over 160,000 now.
Something I want to point out. I remember a couple of months ago. I mean, this is probably a while ago. I don't remember exactly when, but there was these black kids who, like, lost their home in a fire or something, and, like, a picture of theirs went viral, where they, like, were praying, like, the day before school, and it was on Fox News, and, like, man, these black kids, they're super appreciative, they're willing to thank God, even after all this tragedy, and they mentioned the GoFundMe that was raising, like, millions of dollars for them, didn't actually show it or link to it in any fucking way. But when it comes to this fucking bean product, they're careful to make sure this gets the link. This gets the link, you guys. Not those fucking, you know, those kids who need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. But no, this fucking CEO of a giant company needs to have his link front and center. So it's okay. Don't worry, guys.
It's really taken off.
Yes, it certainly has. In a couple of days, that's a remarkable amount of money. Are you doing this because of free speech?
Free speech.
I ask the question because when you boycott somebody or their product for what they have said, essentially, I think you're clamping down on free speech.
That's interesting, Stuart. Very fucking interesting that he would say that, isn't it? That's, see, I'm of the wild and crazy position that you should be able to express whatever opinion you want, and that could be a protest with your fucking dollar. That's my fucking wacky anti-free speech opinion, apparently. That you should be able to, use your money however you fucking like, and express yourself however you fucking want with your money. But this just goes back to, I made a video a couple of weeks ago. The right wing has no idea what fucking a free speech violation is. They have no fucking idea. I was saying the same shit when fucking Dave Rubin was running around calling, like, bad reviews of his book a free speech violation. The right wing has no fucking idea what a free speech violation. The same way that your grandmother calls every fucking video game console a fucking, like, Nintendo or a PlayStation, every fucking, like, just mild inconvenience in a Republican's life or anything that just tingles their brain the wrong way is a free speech violation to them. It means nothing coming from them. And I wanted to point this out because Stuart Varney has a long history of fucking boycotting shit. I couldn't find the particular clip of Stuart Varney, but I swear, I promise it exists. There's tons of fucking, there's a Stuart Varney, like, war on Christmas boycott plea. A lot of places. Okay? I remember when fucking Fox News was passing around a list, bitching about fucking, what are they fucking called? Victoria's Secret for not being Christmassy enough. Victoria's Secret. Like, what the fuck do you want a Victoria's Secret, store to have? Like, Jesus on the cross? No. God, it's kind of dark in here. Maybe I should turn the light up a little bit so you can see my beautiful mug. Well, maybe if I turn this down, actually. Oh, there we go. That's slightly better. There we go. It's kind of dark in here. I'll have to turn on the light in about an hour when it gets a little darker. Anyway. Maybe I should... Nah, it's whatever. Let's keep watching.
Is that why you've organized this boycott?
Boycott. He really fell in love with that. He, like, came up with that, like, in 3 in the morning. It's like, holy shit, I gotta tell everybody.
Well, that's a great question. And, you know, you said, and this has sparked controversy. And it's amazing that a CEO who also praised President Obama saying they praise President Trump is a source of controversy. And I think the CEO is right that we're really at a perilous time in our nation where people can't even say, wow, the president is doing okay without fearing possibly losing their job and their whole...
His plea was for division, I want to remind everybody. And can we just, like, admit that Trump is a way more divisive president than probably any president before him? He really is. Of course he fucking is. I mean, the fact that, like, the overwhelming majority of, like, his approval polling comes only from Republican presidents. The fact that his Supreme Court picks, like, he put forward Brett Kavanaugh, who only got in by 1 vote. By 1 vote. You can't see my hand over here. I could be flipping you off over here. You have no idea. By 1 vote. Yeah, he's a very divisive fucking figure. So the sudden plea for, like, a lack of division while praising Trump for, like, alleviating that way, it does not make sense to me at all. And we know that these fucking companies, I mean, the truth of the matter is that Republicans really invented, like, I mean, he calls it a boycott. I'm gonna call it that for the sake of this argument. They really invented intertwining corporations with your morals. Like, the first real big controversy of this shit was when Chick-fil-A went over to, Chick-fil-A made some, like, innocuous statement based on, who the fuck? Nobody wants me until I'm fucking streaming, I swear to God. What do they want? God damn it. No, I'm good, thank you. Where was I? Yeah, where they had that, like, seemingly innocuous statement. It was like, and they basically just didn't have the same rights for their gay employees as they did their straight ones. And all the Republicans came out of the woodwork to support them. And what I find funny about that is those same fucking people, when the same guy who made those same comments about the gay community came out in support of the BLM marches, Suddenly, those same people that were boycotting, we'll call it, are now boycotting them. Crazy. It's almost like it's totally possible to support products you like for politics, for pushing politics that you like. It's strange how they don't understand this all of a sudden.
Company going out of business. This is really not about endorsing one political party or the other. It's about
bullshit.
America as one, really.
Like, let's be honest. This is about like just a sudden plea for business. And maybe there was some like genuine emotion on this, but do you think like he's losing? Do you think like he thought like when he went on fucking Fox Business to talk about his politics that he wasn't gonna get like a bump in his fucking profits? And when they just found like the one or two fucking people on Twitter like, hey, maybe you guys shouldn't buy products from this guy. Maybe you should go to somewhere else to buy your shit. He didn't like immediately push for this business. He didn't immediately like you think he's not like on this show right now to push this? Fuck no. I mean, I don't think this is actually the same guy. I don't think they look alike. They all look alike to me. No. I mean, this is obviously a very Hispanically fucking friendly, I mean, or rather, a very Hispanically trafficked business, I guess we'll call it. You know, that's why when Ivanka Trump was holding the fucking beans, wrong way, was holding the fucking beans in her hand, she said, buy fucking Goya products in English and in Spanish. There's a reason for that. It's because that's what it is. So, like, when fucking Hispanic people... I think Hispanic people deserve to know, like, hey, if you're going to buy beans, maybe don't give it to a piece of shit who's supporting this fucking retard. Who's, like, actively trying to have you all, like, kicked out. Who's, like, trying to, like, diminish your fucking rights.
Rising up against this vicious cancel culture.
Vicious cancel
culture. The media, looks through all your old tweets and looks for one mistake. Also, they get...
I'm so tired of cancel culture coming from these fucking people. I'm so fucking tired of it. Cancel culture has always fucking existed. The only difference is that now, cancel culture is democratized. That's it. Cancel culture is now in the hands of anybody who wants to have it. And now, plenty of fucking pompous assholes like CEOs and fucking, like, celebrities and politicians who were previously untouched for their entire careers, suddenly they actually have to hear the criticisms in a way that can't be ignored. People can congregate and decide whether or not they can be listened to. If you get canceled, what's the worst possible thing that fucking happens to you? You lose a little bit of income, people decide not to listen to you. Whether they call it canceling or not is nothing. It's not like you get canceled and you wake up and they find a fucking dagger on a note in the door and you have to fear for your life for the next week. No. What's the problem with, like, just don't say stupid shit, you won't have any consequence. And this guy's not even getting a consequence. He's not. A couple of people floated, maybe boycotting him, and then fucking giant multinational media conglomerates decided, hey, let's make this a top news story. Hey, here's the president of the United fucking States and the president's daughter pushing our fucking products using his platform to push our products. And I'm gonna remind, again, I want to say, these people, they criticize us for having, contradictory ties to corporations. And I guess it's not contradictory. They lick the boots of corporations all the fucking time. But I think it's really fucking funny that these people just... They don't have any, like, compass. They can change their entire ideology on a fucking dime at any moment, at any fucking time. It's absurd to me. It's fucking absurd.
To decide what the mistake is. And then they use that against you to maybe lose your career.
Maybe lose your career. Who the fuck, like, lost their fucking career, really? Like, who the fuck, like, is just like, oh, I made a fucking off-color joke, like, 10 years ago and, like, lost my fucking, like, whole fucking career? Like, you know what fucking happens? Like, people, like, say, like, really fucked up shit 10 years ago, and if they, like, own up to it and they say, like, hey, you know, like, I fucked up, I shouldn't have said that, they'll get a few lumps for a week, you know? There'll be some people on Twitter who may never forgive them for the things that they fucking said, but ultimately they're gonna be okay. No one's ever really been canceled. Like, fucking some more news made an interesting point. Like, Roman Polanski got caught red-handed raping a child, and he still basically had a career after that. Okay? You don't really get canceled for shit. Like, not in that way. All that means is basically spotlighting all the shitty things that people around you in power, people in power believe. And the idea that I'm supposed to not put people in power, like, under a microscope and examine the things that they say and the things that they might believe is fucking bullshit. Fuck that.
Or even, you know, there's been doxing where people's addresses have been published. So it's a troubling trend, and any journalist, left, right, or center, should be concerned about any infringement on free speech.
Any infringement on free speech. What is an infringement on free speech to this fucking dude? It's nothing. It means nothing. If the idea of just, like, not buying a product because you don't like, it's every unconscious bias you have against one product or another an infringement on somebody's rights. If I say I want to get the spicy mustard instead of the regular mustard, is that an infringement of the rights of people to sell regular mustard?
Oh, well said. Well said.
Well said. Cheerio, good chap. Well said.
Hey, Casey,
Right on. Bingo.
that's a remarkable success story you've got going here. $160,000 since Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, what a
Now Tuesday
remarkable
morning.
success story.
Sir,
I think this is just the guy that ran the fucking charity. Now, to be fair, I mean, like, I'm glad that at least, at the very least, something good is coming out of this. Like, this is $160,000 to, from what I understand, food banks. Not just like, I mean, like, it's not like the Chick-fil-A thing where it's just like every fucking politician was cramming into a fast food restaurant like, we're gonna make a difference. No. It's actually going to, like, but, I mean, honestly, I would rather that they just donate the money to the fucking food banks. That would actually be better. Because now, like, every goddamn fucking, like, every one of these food banks are gonna be crammed with, like, beans and shit, which are incredibly high in, like, salts and carbs, which can actually be incredibly unhealthy. Really, you should be donating money to food banks, rather than just a huge bunch of black frijoles.
well done. Fully behind you. Thanks very much for joining us.
Yeah.
And go for it, young man.
Yeah, you did it. You're a hero. That's all Stuart Varney had to say. No other real, like, criticisms. You never, like, actually... I mean, I don't really expect it anymore, but, like, wouldn't it just be nice if they just even pretended to have, like, a counter-argument thrown up every once in a while? Wouldn't that be just nice? Just to see, like, what this fucking douchebag would have to say to anything I just said, or any of the criticisms that this isn't really an infringement of free speech, or this might be a waste of time. Like, even if it's just, like, a softball, like, tea question. Like, what the fuck is this for? Like, who is this for, really? It's bullshit. And, like, I know this is actually, like, affecting, like, a lot of the populace, because I have a friend of mine who got, like, didn't really get bitched out, per se, but he might as well have been bitched out by some fucking MAGA Karen, who was like, hey, I can't find any of the Goya products here, and, like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't carry any Goya products here. I want to speak to the manager. And the manager was basically like, yeah, we don't have any Goya. Oh, could you, like, put an order for some Goya products? It's like, oh my god. It's like, what kind of Goya products? Like, I don't know, just any Goya products. It's like, okay. Yeah, we're not doing that, sorry. I mean, maybe we will. I don't know. We'll think about it. Like, I don't know exactly what they're doing, but that's basically what it is. People are just going out. And, you know, another good thing that's going to come out of this is that every fucking one of these, like, sycophantic shits who have nothing better to do than to buy beans, they're going to get, like, the lava shits. And it's going to be glorious. I can't wait. Well, I mean, it's not like I can't experience it anyway, but these people, like, you know, none of these people have ever really had flavorful beans or flavorful food in any single way. They're going to taste like a black frijole bean for the first time in, like, 10 years, and they're just gonna, like, shit out a volcano and, like, have, like, pilonidal cysts coming out of their stomach. It's gonna be great. I love it. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say about this. But the bean